Right, so I'm going to be ranking pretty much all the commands in Minecraft. Not all of them actually, most of them. The couple I'm not doing, the useless ones, you could say. Things like slash, time set, day. Things that you basically never will need. They can be useful, but they basically just are not ever the slightest bit useful, to be honest. It's be cool, so let's go on to it. Number 1, slash give. I've just done slash give s command block. It won't actually work because s doesn't work in commands. The reason slash give is first because without slash give you could not get yourself command blocks. Without command blocks, commands would be so much worse, so much harder to use, and just be nowhere near as nice, just at all. Number 2 is slash fill. I've done slash fill, and that won't actually work. I'm not going to do them all. The reason I like slash fill is basically a slash set block, but better, because you can fill any area, and basically means you can use one command to activate a different command chain, which I kind of like. It's just a nice thing to use. Slash fill can be it's just really helpful. I just like slash fill. There's no. So yeah, you can also do things like, I'm not actually going to do it, but we'll spell it wrong. But you can do slash fill, things like that, and you can do hollow, which means you'll fill the entire area, but it'll be hollow. You can destroy stuff, you can replace a block with another block. Just a really cool, nice command. Number 3, slash clear. I like slash clear a lot. The main reason for that is just because it's just nice. It's so helpful to be able to clear someone's inventory. Whoops, I accidentally did it. I didn't mean to. Oh, I'll actually watch this. Ready? I did like a slash kit PvP thing, but I have now done that with my things. So I just get my 4 items just like that. Yeah. Anyway, I like the slash clear. It's just helpful to kind of sort up people's inventories if everything's automated, things like that. And 4, slash tag. I've done slash tag at S. Add number 4. The reason I like slash tag, because you can differentiate players. So half players can be tagged with Team 1, half players can be tagged with Team 2, which just makes it so much easier to differentiate players, give different players different items, make different players spawn on different sides. It's just really helpful. Next is slash execute. Slash execute is more of an overall command, because it doesn't slash execute doesn't do a certain thing as such. It's more like you basically slash execute, you execute any command at a player. Next video is actually going to be a tutorial on how to use slash execute, so be sure to stick around for that. And yes, slash execute is just a really nice one to use. I really like it. And yeah. So I've just done execute. I've just done the fill command execute. You can use any sort of command with execute. You can use a summon command, anything like that. It's just a really nice command to use. Next one, slash TP. There isn't really much reason why I love slash TP so much. I just do. I think being able to teleport a player, a group of players, all players, to a certain location is really cool, because you can obviously then if you make it like a server, just more mini games, things like that, in different locations, rather than like ice taunts to get them there, or whatever. This is a really cool command. I like slash. Next one, slash kill. Sorry, I'm going. This is a voiceover, so that's why. I like slash kill because you can kill entities, you can kill players, you can do things like that. Next is slash spawn point. The reason I like slash spawn point is because space is better than set where spawn. You can set the spawn point for a certain player. As I said, this is a voiceover, so things might be out of time, very sorry. But everything's a voiceover at the moment. Next is slash say. I like this better than slash title often. Slash say, basically you can give players instructions if things are fully automated, things like that. You can also tell people what to do. Say this person won, you can use using like more complicated commands. Slash say opens up a whole new world of possibilities, you could say. It's just a really nice command to use. Now let's go on to the next 9. Slash test for. This probably would be a bit hard if I could do it again. Test for I found it just wild. Test for players, entities, things like that. Test for mobs, things like that. I've used it over here with the desktop, which actually the video came out recently. Check that out. Test for lets you just do so much stuff. Like here, basically what I've done is use test for to mean that if the armor stand breaks, you'll get another one. I like slash test for. It's an extremely helpful command. I love using it. Helpful in so many builds. Slash summon. I only really like this because boss fights, things like that, slash summon can be fairly helpful. It's just quite a nice command to be able to use. You're about to watch a salmon die, very sorry about that. But yes, slash summon is just a really nice command to be able to use. So about the really interruption thing. Next, I have done slash particle. The reason I like slash particle, I'm just going to set this to repeat so you can see it properly. The main reason I like slash particle is just because it's a really nice command to be able to use. It doesn't have any functional value, as in it doesn't actually do anything to your game. It just makes everything nicer. I feel like slash particle, I'd never not have slash particle really if I had the reason to. Next, slash game rule. So game rule is much more of an overarching command because there are so many different game rules you can change with this. But I like /game rule because you can just you can do game rules in settings here. There's a couple like, you know, like team to explode I've turned off, do daylight cycle as a game rule. But some of them you can turn PvP on and off using game rule, things like that. It's just a really nice command to be able to use. Not the most helpful thing in the world, but it can be really helpful. Next /kick, I'm not actually going to do this one because I don't know what happened. I've never used /kick because it could ruin the world. But /kick is quite nice to get rid of players that you don't want to have. Simply. /clone, this would actually be much higher if I could do the list again. And I don't think I actually said at the beginning, I'm going to do this list again in 6 months, just because, so I can see what I would change. But I like /clone because as you clone a certain area, you can make blocks unbreakable pretty much, because when you break them, they'll just be recloned. If it's on repeat, unconditional, is like always active, whatever. This /clone one though, it will clone. It's going to clone the command block. That's all I've done, and it's a really nice one. As you can see, it will clone the command block above here. If I mine it, it's just going to keep replacing itself. And not even that, but it clones stuff inside the chest. It clones the command on the command block, which I find really interesting. So that's just like a really cool thing to do. I just like /clone. It's a very interesting command, very helpful, but can be slightly hard to use in some scenarios. Next /effect, not the most helpful one in the world, but it can be quite nice. As GM effect with jump boost, you can give people in spawn, you can affect everyone within a radius of 100 or something with saturation, resistance, things like that. Just /effect can be really helpful to make people basically not able to die but still in survival and all that. Next is /enchant. This is useless in a lot of scenarios, but can be very helpful. The only problem with this, it will only enchant your weapon or whatever if you're holding it, not if it's just in your hotbar. So as you can see, I do that, and it enchants a sword with sharpness 5. Let me just put that back and get myself another one. If I do it now, as you can see, nothing happens. And if I do it whilst I'm holding the sword, it does. Basically, it won't enchant the items in your hot thing, or enchant you're holding, which can make it much worse. But it's still a really helpful thing in some scenarios, I guess. Last but not least, well, actually is least, to be honest, is /game mode. Not very useful because you can change the game mode really easily in settings, and you can just do it with / and all that. But it's whoops, let me just change my game mode back to creative a sec, because I cannot type. /game mode is very helpful. Can be. Most of the time it isn't though. You can easily change the game mode. Whoops. You can easily change the game mode in settings, as you can see here. Just change it to survival, creative, whatever, which makes it much less useful. But it can still be used kind of well, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is being not that short video, not that long a video, but I kind of want to get this out because, as I said, in a couple months or whatever, I might be able to, if the channel is a bit bigger, I will do this again and see how I'd rank stuff differently, which is always interesting to do. Yeah, as I said, this isn't all the commands, but this is the main ones, in my opinion. There's so much I haven't used and will do in a future video, and yeah, that's kind of it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did stick around to this end point, I really, really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like down below and subscribe with notifications on if you're new. Thank you for 30 subs, by the way. Also, comment down below any other videos you'd like to see, any other commands, kind of mini games or whatever, just any ideas or anything. I really do appreciate them. Also, there are a couple of links in the description. First one, Instagram. Please do be sure to go follow me on there. I post regularly, sneak peeks videos to come, things like that. Also, Discord. Please be sure to join our Discord. I really would appreciate it, and you can just hang out with us. Thank you again for Tag for being our first admin and for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. And yeah, if you want to join our Discord, the link's in the description. It's easy to do, just chat with us, and yeah, see you in 2 days with another video. Peace.